I'm Eric Eichinger. When I was a child, I watched Chariots of Fire and became inspired by Eric Liddell, the guy who wouldn't run on Sunday. While teaching in China, I saw where Eric died serving the people he loved. I began researching his life and ultimately wrote a screenplay that tells the story of his amazing journey after the Olympics. Since the Games are in Eric Liddell's homeland of Great Britain this year, my wife Kara and I decided to fly to London to see if the time is right to produce this movie. Well, here we are in London. We're ready for the 2012 Olympics. It is very exciting. There's lots of hustle and bustle, as you might imagine, with millions of people coming in. London is in full dress for the Olympics. We're standing here right outside of Olympic Village. The sun is shining down, literally not a cloud in the sky. We feel the sun is shining down in more ways than one right now as we focus on this project for absolute surrender. We are going to be exploring his homeland here of Great Britain and in London, and where he spent some time, and obviously in Scotland as well. While touring London and seeing some of its greatest attractions, we saw our first sign of Eric Liddell. Well, as amazing as it sounds, we're walking through Piccadilly Circus, the famed theater district in London, and lo and behold, looking up, we see in the marquee, Chariots of Fire, the live action performance on stage. So we couldn't be more excited about that. Dovetailing with the Olympics, we have Eric Liddell dueling and battling it out with Harold Abrahams in Chariots of Fire. Of course, we know Eric Liddell sacrifices his 100 meters on Sunday, and he doesn't want to run on the Sabbath in honor of the Lord's Day, and it would seem the Lord honors him back. Someone told us that there was an exhibit on Eric at the University of London, so we headed there next.
It's amazing to see how many people are sitting in the stands.
The archives of his mission work are on display during the Olympics. The exhibit also highlights many of the races Eric Liddell won in China after his Olympic victory. After the exhibit, we headed to nearby Cambridge.
And we're headed to Cambridge, actually, because we're going to be staying there at the Westfield House, and I get to preach tomorrow at one of the Lutheran local congregations, so it's going to be a real treat.
After preaching on Sunday, we took a leisurely cruise down the River Cam to see England's famous college town.
So, on the right-hand side here, we've got the Wren Library, the courtyards running along the bottom. This is where the famous scene in Chariots of Fire was filmed. So they ran around the bottom part here. Now, during the Olympics, the Olympic torch, as it was running its way down through the UK, part of it was taken up this stretch of river by boat, and actually the Olympic torch was run around the courtyard in exactly the same fashion as in the film.
Well, all of England has Olympic fever, and the London Games are the reason millions of people have flocked here this summer. So we've gotten a really good taste of the flavor of the Olympics in London, England. It's been amazing, beautiful weather. And Eric Liddell, of course, ran under the flag of Great Britain. But to truly get an appreciation of who Eric Liddell was and is, we need to take a trip to Scotland. We'll be going to Edinburgh, Scotland, Eric's old stomping grounds, and exploring some of his roots of where he spent some of his formative years in school and training and for theology, and where, of course, his family hails from. So we'll see you there as we continue our journey. Eric Liddell, Olympic hero.